I now recognize Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for the invitation to participate in today's hearing. Ms. Goss-Graves, so-called, quote, expert in women's rights. Do you know how many years it took South Carolina to elect its first Republican woman to Congress?
Well, what year did...
100 years since women got the right to vote. Do you know how many years it took the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, to graduate its first woman?
Well,
157 years. So I have a series of yes or no questions I would like to ask you based on some of your previous statements. In your opening statement today, you said trans women are women. Ms. Goss-Graves, yes. What is a woman?
So a woman is an adult female. A woman identifies as a woman.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And I actually think it is...
What do you consider a female? What is a female?
So there are some women who were assigned a female...
You say you're here to defend women. You say you're here to defend women, but shouldn't you be able to define one? Shouldn't you be able to define one if you're for women's rights?
That's literally what I'm...
Ms. Goss-Graves, do women have penises?
So, again, I believe that women...
Democrats have gone so crazy, women can have penises. That's not a thing, that's not biology, it's not science, and you sound like a lunatic.
And the women...
Should young girls just get used to penises in their locker rooms and showers? My next question, yes or no, should little girls get used to penises in their locker rooms and showers? Yes or no?
I don't know what you're talking about, but what I will say...
Oh, I absolutely do. We've heard testimony today about trans women. Those are women with penises. Those aren't real women.
Privacy in locker rooms.
I'm going to reclaim my time. When President Trump issued an executive order to keep men out of women's sports, thank God he did, you said it was sexist, bullying that harms all students.
Correct.
Is it sexist, yes or no, to protect women from men in sports? Yes or no?
If
Can't answer the question. Is it sexist to acknowledge basic science? Men and women are built differently. Is it sexist to acknowledge science? Can't answer the question. Does forcing little girls to strip down in front of men in locker rooms harm girls? Does forcing little girls to strip down in front of men in the locker room harm little girls? Yes or no? Can't answer the question. Does forcing little girls to shower... I'm going to reclaim my time. You can quit talking. These are yes or no questions. You can answer them or not. And you've chosen not to answer the questions today because you don't know how. It's shameful.
I know how to answer questions.
Do you support drugging and chopping off kids' genitals in the name of inclusion? Is that a thing for you?
I have to say...
Do you get off on that?
So stunned.
All right. When a biological man crushes a girl in a contact sport and sends her to the ER, is that your idea of empowerment? Is that empowering women when a young man beats a girl and takes her, sends her to the ER in a contact sport? Is that empowering women? Is that what that is?
Are you talking about Ms. McNabb?
I'm talking about any woman who gets crushed in a sport by a man physically and has to go to the ER.
Ms. McNabb and others.
I'm going to reclaim my time.
Concussion protocol.
Madam Chair, we'll show that the witness. I'm going to reclaim my time. You can stop talking now. I'm reclaiming.
This is Ms. Mace's time, Ms. Goss-Graves.
I would like some of that time back, Madam Chair. If a man can be a woman, just identify as a woman, as you say, just by saying so, what is the point of having women's sports? What is the point of women's spaces? What is the point of women's scholarships? If you're just going to allow men to take them away, why even bother? Why bother? The loudest voices, I'm not asking you a question, I'm speaking. The loudest voices on the left claiming to fight for women's rights are the very first people to take them away, steal them, and tear these women down. You're the first to erase them. Mr. Leavitt, Ms. Goss-Graves, you all are shameful. I didn't come here to play with an ideology hell-bent on erasing women and grooming children. That's what you all are, you're groomers. And we're not going to. The chairwoman and I, Madam Chair, I'm going to reclaim my...
This is Ms. Mace's time. Ms. Goss-Graves, Ms. Goss-Graves.
This is a shocking thing to say about
Ms. Goss-Graves, you are not recognized.
Okay, but I just want to say that is a shocking...
You are not recognized, Ms. Goss-Graves. The time belongs to Ms. Mace.
Okay, fine.
Like Chairwoman Graham, I've been holding the line for women, standing between perverts and the rights of women and girls. And we're not going to let anyone in this country forget what a woman is. Mr. Leavitt, will you face Ms. Stephanie Turner today? Will you look her in the eyes? Will you apologize to her for the way that she was treated by USA Fencing, standing up for women and girls, women's rights, standing her ground as a woman who only wanted to fence with other women? Will you apologize to her today?
Congresswoman Mace, Ms. Turner was given a black card under our rules.
Will
which
you
align with those of
apologize for the way
International
she was
Federation.
treated? So that's a no.
So,
won't do it.
Congresswoman, if I could respond to one thing.
You know what's unbecoming of a leader? You said this just in your testimony just like 5 minutes ago.
Yes, ma'am.
That you've said several things that are just disgusting and unbecoming of a leader, to use your words. It's unbecoming of a leader today to acknowledge what has happened to this young woman. You just look at her face and look what she has been through, the courage it took her to stand up for her rights as a woman and other women in other sports all across the country. And you can't even, as a man, look her in the eye and apologize for what happened to her. And as my colleague, Congressman Grain, said, real men protect women. You're not one.
What's wrong with you people?